Happy Thursday. Happy Driving Thursday. Yo, we gotta get right to it because we got a very, very important topic to get into, and y'all already know how our time be on Thriving Thursday. We never have enough time. So I ain't even really got time to kiki and holler at y'all and all that, yo. Like, yo, we got to get to it, yo. How y'all feeling, yo? I hope somebody's having a great day today, yo. It's time to get to it. Listen, my top spot. I was going to give it to Ken. Hey, Ken, I was going to give it to you because you're coming the first one I saw, but then I saw you was at Morgan, telling Morgan, like, yo, this dropping Thursday. So I'm like, oh, well. Clearly, it was Morgan on there, yo. So, Morgan, even though I can't see you, I gotta give it to you. What's up, yo? Welcome to the top spot. The air is different up here, yo. How you feeling, yo? Ken, what's up? Hey, Ken, I see you holding your word, yo. Ken said I'm gonna be consistent. Ken said I'm gonna do more than just the youth works. And here you are doing more than just the youth works. This is the stuff that separates the leaders from everybody else. Like the real leaders. Like everybody is a leader. Okay, everybody is a leader. But this stuff right here, this separates the real leaders, the leaders who are in actual leadership positions, actually doing the real things that leaders do. So, Ken, I'm super, super proud of you holding your word, holding yourself accountable thus far to stepping up and doing a little bit more, yo. So, love it, love it, love it. Breezy, what's up, Breezy? Good to see you. How you feeling, yo? Tanner, what's up, Tanner? How you feeling, yo? Good to see you. Cam Gotti, what's up, Cam Gotti? Good to see you, yo. What's up, Track Star? Yo, Mayel might be running for Western. I was so excited when she said she might be going to Western. All right, okay, Big Dove. Yo, we love to see it. Charles, what's up, Charles? How you feeling, yo? Good to see you. Tima, what's up, Tima? How you doing, yo? Good to see you. Neon say, what's up, Neon say? How you feeling, yo? Good to see you. Gemma the Dilemma, what's up, yo? Good to see you. Good to see you. Destiny, what's up, Destiny? How you feeling, yo? Good to see you. Shane, what's up, Shane? How you feeling, yo? Good to see you, Shane. Dawn to Dawn, shout out Dawn to Dawn, yo, for all your social media management needs. Dawn to Dawn is the one. And don't say I didn't tell you. Get in now while those prices are affordable. Because once Dawn to Dawn really prove that they can take your social media from zero to hero, I promise you, yo, today's price ain't gonna be tomorrow's price. So you better get in now while we can afford it, yo. Sane, what's up, Sane? How you feeling, yo? Good to see you. Good to see you. Mayel, what's up, Mayel? How you feel? Hey, yo, Mayel, you've really been consistent since day one youth work, shorty. Like, for real, for real. I hope you can make it to an in-person event soon, yo, because definitely you giving leadership energy, yo. Maya, what's up, poet? How you feeling, yo? Good to see you. Andre, what's up, Andre? How you doing, yo? Good to see you. Jay, what's up, Jay? How you feeling, yo? Good to see you. Good to see you. Roman, what's up, Roman? How you doing, yo? Okay, Roman said I came from Youth Works. I know that's right. Look, man, some of these summer heartbeats is stepping up. Don't think I don't notice, because I definitely notice, even if I don't speak on it, yo. Good to see you here, though, with the top leaders. Baby Barack, what's up, baby Barack? How you feeling, yo? Good to see you. All right, y'all, look, we got to get into this. Let me get my screen share on. Let me get my chat over here, yo. And I hate using this word, but in this conversation, it's appropriate. We're going to be talking about how to motivate and inspire your team. That's what we're going to be talking about. How to motivate and inspire your team. So let's go ahead and get our little screen share on. Make sure we here. Where we at? 7:14. Elder, what's up, Elder? Hey, yo, shout out Elder. Yo, Extra Love launched yesterday. Please make sure y'all patronizing Elder. The food business is amazing. And to top it off, not only is the food good, every purchase, you get to support the community. So 13% go to helping the community, lifting up the community. So like, yo, I'm so super sorry I couldn't be there yesterday. We was double booked, but heard it was amazing. I'm not surprised. Extra Love is on the rise, yo. Shout out to Maria, like she one of my mentees from Douglas. Okay, it's your first driving Thursday. All right, Marie. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yo, you never forget your first driving Thursday, yo. So buckle up, yo, and take these notes. We talking about how to motivate. Hold on. My y'all know my handwriting is horrible. My spelling is even worse. There we go. How to motivate and inspire your team. And like y'all, this one is super important because as you move up, y'all, in your role as a leader, you have to understand the things that you need to do in order to have that team perform. You are ineffective as a leader if all you are is the leader, but your team not happy, your team not performing, your team not doing the things that they need to do. So it is very, very, very important for us just to kind of understand like how we can go about making sure that anytime we are a part of a team or responsible for a team, that we are able to motivate and inspire that team. And like people ask me all the time, like, how have I been successful in every leadership role that I've been in? Every single one is this right here. Is this right here. This is how I have been successful in every single leadership role that I've ever been in because I understand how to motivate and how to inspire the team. And y'all know I hate that word motivate, but it's timely for this conversation because for this conversation, it's less about your team being disciplined, even though we want to grow individuals who are disciplined, but it's less about them being disciplined and more about them having the right reasons to show up for you. All right. Donna Dawn said, I'm still standing. They tried to hold me down, but I'm still standing. Yes, absolutely. Me and Bree's entrepreneurship class need this. Hey, I love it, yo. Yes, yes, and yes. And look, the situation y'all got on your entrepreneurship class, one of the situations um, definitely might be a little beyond this because y'all don't ever get it twisted. While we have this conversation, you got to understand the people who are on your team, they're going to be in one or two buckets when it comes to them actually producing and getting things done when they are failing in that aspect. It's either a skill issue or a will issue. Skill or a will issue. When you have a skill issue, you can work with that. We can work with skill issues all day long because all that basically means is that their skills aren't up to par. So we may need to teach them how to do the job, or we may need to show them some things or give them some type of like official training or something like that. If it's a skill issue, you are good to go. Lord, if it's a will issue, it don't matter the skills that they have. It don't matter the opportunity that they have. It don't matter the resources they have. None of that matters when it's a will issue. Because when it's a will issue, that basically means, you know what? I'm just not willing to do this. This is just something that I just don't want to do for whatever reason. Reasons vary from person to person. But when you are working with somebody that has a will issue, it don't matter what you do, they are just not going to show up. So hopefully in y'all case, the one that I'm thinking about is not a a will issue. I've seen with my own eyes that it's not a skill issue. So we might be straddling with a communication issue if the person is weak in communication. But that's going to help you determine though if it's a will or skill. So all right, let's um let's jump this off by just talking about some character traits of a unmotivated team member versus, hold up, there we go, versus a motivated team member. And the differences are really night and day, especially when it comes to like attitude and all that type of stuff. Um, Maria's like said, without will, you are unacceptable of doing anything. You are incapable of doing anything. Yeah, absolutely. And it's not because you can't. You just don't want to. And those are the type of people I don't deal with. Um, so when you're working with somebody who's unmotivated, um, this person is not satisfied with the job or the opportunity. So, whatever reason that may be, and that's going to come across crystal clear that they are just not satisfied. In corporate America, we call this, I'm going to put in parentheses right here, we call it job satisfaction. And that's why back in my Comcast days, one of the first conversations I used to always ask people who were failing at their job, one of the first things I started off with is asking, like, well, are you happy here? How satisfied are you with your job, with your position? Is this where you want to be? And if not, and sometimes the answer was just that. But if not, then okay, let's figure it out so I can help you be successful somewhere else. So I can help you be successful where you really want to be. Because sometimes it boils down to that. And when you are working with a team member where it's like they are unsatisfied and they don't want to be there, you can easily reverse that team member from being unmotivated to being motivated by really doing your part and helping them to get to the place where they want to be. Because now it's all like, all right, I'm working towards something. I can see a light at the end of my tunnel. I'm not going to be here forever. And I know that if I do a good job here, it could potentially help me with getting my foot into the opportunity that I really want. Jimmer said, I love the Comcast storage references. Man, look, you know how we do, y'all. Thank you on the notes, Cam Gotti. Roman, yes, I love the Comcast story today. Hey, thank you so much for listening, Roman. Andre, unmotivated people tend to look for the bad in all situations instead of asking themselves why they're in that situation and trying to learn from it. They have a I have to mindset, like they are being forced. Yeah, Andre, I feel like you've been here before, yo. I feel like you was made for Thriving Thursdays, yo. Yes, you are absolutely on point. Another thing about these unmotivated people, y'all, they have less commitment to the team, y'all. Thank you, Mayel. They have less commitment to the team. They could care less about honoring their promises or things that they've committed to or said that they was going to do. The commitment level is extremely low when you're working with an unmotivated team member. Another thing is right here, y'all. And I'm going to highlight this word more because this is so key. More miscommunication. Like, yo, do not misunderstand, yo. When a person is unmotivated to be on your team, they don't want to be on your team, they are going to make sure that there is miscommunication just so they can try to weasel themselves out of being held accountable for whatever it was they were supposed to do. Y'all say it's giving next driving Thursdays lead. Hey, yo, yes, I love it, yo. They these these folks are going to make sure, yo, that they didn't hear everything you said, or if you send a follow-up email or a follow-up message, oh, you know what, my bad, I didn't understand you. No, you understood me, but because you are so unmotivated, you need reasons to get out of the work, and claiming a miscommunication is getting you out of the work. So definitely, yes, Andre, they are all for themselves and selfish, would do to cover things up their own behind instead of doing things that help each team member reach their goals. Absolutely, yo. Yes, yo. Poet said, or no communication at all, what really gets under my skin. Now, Poet, you are absolutely on the money. This can definitely be no communication too. We're gonna go ahead and put that right there. Um, More miscommunication and no, well, you know what? I can't put the error. I'm just gonna have to make it its own thing because that's miscommunication. Let's just do this. No communication, yo. No communication, little communication, bare minimum, yo, because people don't want to be held accountable. Um, when you're working with unmotivated team members, y'all, you are absolutely going to have more turnover. And for people who aren't familiar with the term turnover in corporate America, basically what that means is like people are leaving the team. So you got two types of turnover. You got your good turnover and you got your bad turnover. When I was at Comcast, I had a whole lot of high turnover. That's why people used to like transfer whole different sites just to be able to work under me because they heard about my turnover. Now, y'all know I was the Grim Reaper for a little while. So, yes, some of my turnover was not nice. It was very unpleasant. People weren't doing their job and they weren't trying to get on the boat or doing their job, had to let them go. But for the most part, the majority of my turnover was good turnover. People were getting promoted up the ladder. People were moving into different parts of the company. Like some people who started in the call center, they thought that all Comcast was the call center. They didn't realize that we had communications team, tech teams, IT teams, HR teams, like all these different teams they just were oblivious to because they only knew their one little job. And once they understood that it was so much more that the company had to offer, like, yo, we would be helping them get into those different spaces that they wanted to be in. And people knew this about me. So imagine a team that is high performing. We the best in the country. Nobody's messing with us. Our numbers are off the chain, but we are constantly rotating people because people are moving up. So basically, I always had a team full of the cream of the crop people because these people were performing high so that they could reach their own personal goals as well as their professional goals as well. Um, Kangati said, is it like self-sabotage? It can be in some cases, or the team member might not even be trying to sabotage themselves. Like these team members sometimes, like they just don't like you or respect you as their leader, and they aren't taking your direction, and they aren't humbling themselves to be under your leadership to be able to be coachable. So people who are self-sabotaging, that definitely shows up under being an unmotivated team member as well. But like with those people, it's not a lot that we can do to help them if they are committed to just destroying everything that they touch. we can try to work with them and try to work through, but people have to get over that part in order to be able to be coachable. Roman said they do everything they can but work to try to get somewhere they want to be. Absolutely, yo. I was wondering the same thing, Cam. Okay. Yep. Um, some people have been unmotivated for so long they become blind to it, until you call them out. Yeah, absolutely, Maya. Especially people who have been sitting in positions for years and years and years and years and years, and like the expectations and the performance has always been mediocre, and like that's been okay. And that's why, y'all, I got in some of the situations that I was in at Comcast because they needed me to turn some teams around. It's all like, yo, they haven't been performing for God knows how long. Oh, let's get Joni on it. Joni going to turn it around. Listen, I'm there. And if you've been unmotivated, and if you want to self-sabotage, and if you don't want to get on this train, if you don't want to help us meet our goals and also help reach some personal goals for yourself, bye. Can't do nothing with you. Tima said it's good to set goals that are realistic for your emotional budget and not how you function in an ideal situation too. Yeah, absolutely, because all this stuff can be stressful. But remember, y'all, keep your lens on as being the leader. You aren't the unmotivated team member. You are the leader, and the unmotivated team member is on your team. Let's get into what it looks like when your team member is motivated. Um, they feel a sense of purpose. And I think Andre was hitting on this in an earlier comment. But when people are motivated to be on your team and motivated to come to work and get the job done, like, yo, they really feel a sense of purpose. These are your people who understand that it's bigger than me. These are the people who see value in what they do, and therefore they want to also give value to that situation. Yes, them lifetime positions doing nothing, right? Absolutely nothing. Um, Also, for your motivated people, they have a greater commitment. These are your people where, like, yo, their commitment is maxed out. If they say they're going to be somewhere at 6 a.m., they're going to be there at 5:30 a.m. If they tell you they're going to have whatever it is you asking for, they're going to have it ready by Friday. These people will probably giving it to you Wednesday or Thursday, y'all. These are the people who have that high commitment, and because they are so motivated, like for them, if their name is on it, they got to make sure that it's done in excellence. These people also have better communication. And the reason that they have better communication, they don't want to mix things up. They want to make sure that they got all the information that they need and that they are where they are supposed to be, when they're supposed to be there, and that you understand what's going on. They want to make sure that there is no misunderstandings or no miscommunications, because they understand that when you have communication that's been broken down, they understand that that opens it up even more for errors or for failure. So these people, they know that they're going to be errors sometimes. They know that we're going to fail sometimes, but they don't want to have the failures that could have been avoided, right? They don't want to have the mess ups that didn't have to be mess ups. So that's why these people want to make sure that their communication is tight. And higher production. And what we mean by production in the corporate world, y'all, production is like the goals, the stuff that you getting done, being able to be productive. So, example real quick, and I'm just gonna pick on my crime reduction team real quick, just because y'all at the top of the mind. People who are motivated, like Dawn to Dawn, when those type of people get on your team, things are going to start to move and things are going to start to happen. And next thing you know, we busy. We got we got stuff going on, but we ain't just busy like busy. We on a stationary bike that ain't going nowhere. We sweating, but whole time we ain't going nowhere. Nah, we busy like we on the bike that's climbing up the mountain, and now we actually got things on our plate. We actually got things to get done, and we're making it happen. So people like that, production be off the chain. All right. So us as leaders, when we think about us as leaders, like what can we do? Let's get into some strategies. What can we do as leaders? Let me get some. Like, what can we do as leaders to get some of this motivation, or to have people who may have not been motivated at first, to bring them to the other side where they can be motivated? It gave Mount Everest. Yes, y'all. Andre, motivate people produce more in a shorter period of time as well. They run laps around the UMO. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. No doubt about it. Team said, I believe people who are motivated have perceived rigidity. They are people who are willing to change the bad habits instead of saying that's just how I am. Absolutely. Those people absolutely have a growth mindset. So thank you for that, Tima. Here's some things that we can do. And this might seem small, but it goes a long way. Appreciation. If you are a team leader of a team right now, ask yourself, how am I showing appreciation to my team members? And depending on who you have on your team, that individual appreciation, y'all, is going to look different for everybody. You can't be one of those leaders that fall into a funk where you just do a blanket appreciation for everybody. You just send a mass email to the whole team or a mass text message. Hey, I just want to thank y'all for being a great team. Da 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 da. Like, I tell my leaders, like, yo, when you just starting off base level, that's okay. But we're not talking about base level on Thriving Thursday. We're talking about advanced level. So from an advanced level, as the leader of a team, you want to know something about everybody on your team. And even if you don't know them well enough to have dinner at their house, like, you want to be able to have a good enough relationship to where, as though when you tell them good job by name, it actually means something. Or if you try to give them something, maybe like an extra break or something like that, like some type of incentive, like that, it actually means something because it speaks to that person. um this one might seem a little crazy, y'all, but responsibility, and let me put more right there. More responsibility. When people receive more responsibility from their leader, that is saying, I trust you more, I respect you more. So when you're giving people more responsibility, it can flip that motivation switch on, because now that person is looking like, oh man, okay, I really got something to do now. I really have more important things to do. Let me go ahead and get right. Um, Cam said, appreciation for me looks like asking how I can help, giving good feedback. Yup, yup, yup. Roman, definitely. I think when you show people appreciation, when they know they aren't doing their best, it gives them some encouragement. Absolutely. And it's important to keep your team encouraged. That's your job as the leader. Some leaders, especially like first level leaders, their immediate response to something is, oh, I got to take it over and do it for you. No, 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 no. We're not taking it over and we're not doing it for you. We're going to help you through it. Um, Roman, or shows them that you see them and believe in them too. Yeah, absolutely. I know we said this, but communication make people feel understand that you're human and everything doesn't go as you want. Yup, but as you get up and try again. Yup, absolutely, Roman. Absolutely. Um, this is a big one right here. Empowerment. Empower your people to get it done. If you are a leader on a team, yo, empower your people to get things done. Don't be that person that's micromanaging people over everybody's shoulder. They got to report back to you every 5 minutes. No, trust people to do their job and to do their job well. Now, absolutely, you want to follow up when things ain't up to par the way that it's supposed to be. But if you want to inspire some of this motivation, then you have to empower people. Skills. Make sure that people got the right skills for the job. So you can ask people what their skill level is. If it's a skill that's required to do the job and to do the job well that you don't necessarily have, that's okay. You can find them resources to help them get the skills. Your team, they are going to be so much more confident in doing their job and doing their job well when they feel like they got the right skills to be able to do it. Can you imagine how messed up somebody's confidence is going to be if you ask them to do something with an Excel spreadsheet and they've never touched Excel a day in their life? Like, can you imagine the low confidence? Of course, they're going to be unmotivated. They don't know what the heck they're doing. And depending on their personality, they might have a hard time asking for help, or they might have a hard time admitting that they don't know, because some people think that when they don't know or they struggling with something, some people internalize that and they take that personally and think that, oh, they just a bad person, or they no good, they not worthy. Like all these things that people will conjure up in their minds. And you, as the leader, you got to be the one to kind of identify that and bring that out and help people get to a place where they are operating with the skills needed to do a job well done. Mael said, trust your peers to do the job on their own. Absolutely. Cam said, what strategies do you have for doing that? How do you develop that trust? Um, Definitely what I just spoke on, making sure that you are looking for ways to give people those skills. But just like trust in general, for me, I'm about to write this down. Being vulnerable, because as a leader, when you are able to be vulnerable, then it brings that trust level up a notch, and it inspires people to want to also be vulnerable. And I'm not saying you guys share like your whole medical history or life story and all that stuff like that. But when people can see the real you as their leader, and when you can be transparent with them, automatically that trust is built up. And definitely being accountable to your word. People trust what I say 1,000% because they know that I'm going to hold myself to my word, and I've demonstrated that and I've proven that. So between vulnerability and being accountable to my word, those are probably the heaviest things in terms of being able to build trust from a leadership perspective. I'll just say, yes, I was just saying that when you are vulnerable, you can feel. Yes, for sure, for sure. And not only do you feel, but you also are forging a stronger relationship with your team members. Because remember, y'all, we are talking about you managing this team of 3, 5, 10, 15, 30 some people that you have. So it is very, very important. Um, we have to recognize achievements. And this one sometimes can get lost, yo. Um, Especially when you have motivated people who are like doing a lot, and like every day it's a new win. Every day, like it's like, wow, like this person is on top of it. Like we have to remember to still recognize that person. Now, you ain't got to try to keep a whole tally of every single thing. If a person undid 20 amazing things, you don't have to necessarily go out of your way to recognize them 20 times. But when appropriate, you absolutely want to make it, you absolutely want to make sure that you are giving them the recognition that they deserve. And this part right here is key, yo. Give it away. We are leaders. We can't hold on to the recognition. If your team is doing a great job, people are going to automatically come to you as a leader. Oh, Cam Gotti, you doing a great job. Oh, Elder, yo, you doing great. Destiny, what you do with your team, yo, your team is performing amazing. You're going to probably feel, especially in the beginning, like, oh, you're going to go ahead and take that credit. You're going to soak it in probably without even thinking about it. Get yourself in the healthy habit as the leader of giving away that recognition, yo. Give it to your team. Even if you know that you was the one that stayed up all night to do that report, even if you know that you was the one that stayed up all night coaching your team or doing whatever, like, yo, it don't matter. Take yourself out of that equation and give it to your team. You give them the credit. Let me write this down real quick because this is important, yo. You give away credit, you take all the blame. And that's going to be hard to hear for some people, yo. That's going to be hard to hear for some people. But again, this is advanced leadership we talking about. This leadership ain't for everybody. We're talking about advanced leadership, yo. In advanced leadership, you are giving away the credit to your team, letting everybody know it's my team that did it. But when something mess up, when something ain't go to right, we are not throwing our team members under the bus. We are not talking about, oh, how our team member should have did this, our team member should have did that. No, we are accepting all of the blame. Now, this does not mean you don't hold people accountable. Yes, we hold people accountable, but yo, we are leaders. It's a time and a place for everything. And it is never a good time to throw your team member under the bus, yo. Never a good time to do that. You have conversations with your team members. You have those type of conversations one-on-one, or you have those type of conversations when it's just like you and the team. So it's like no extra person from the outside or no spectators or nothing like that. When it's just you and the team, you hold people accountable. But like, yo, this has to be something that we practice doing. Um, I would say I love recognizing my team, like really letting people know how good they were doing. Absolutely, Andre. Yeah, that takes a lot of maturity. It does. Yeah, yo, and that's why this is advanced leadership, yo, because it takes a lot of maturity and it takes a lot of growth. And you have to be in a different, more confident mindset than a lot of people. When you are confident about who you are and what you do and what you contribute to the situation, when you confident about that, it don't matter if your name ain't on something. It don't matter if you don't get mentioned. Like it don't matter at all. And like I give you I give you a real quick example. It was a recent example. So so Elder, right, was hosting the Baltimore by Baltimore. Shout out to my man's Big Fred a couple of weekends ago, right at the harbor. Big crowd, yo. Some names came through, all that. It was just a great time. And of course, Heartbeats had their own section. So Heartbeats basically did like the youth portion. Elder was the host, and of course, Elder had some very, very talented Heartbeats, just like doing their thing. And for the most part, anytime Heartbeats are talking, right, about, you know, like opportunities they've been given and all that stuff or whatever, like anytime they talk about that stuff, they like normally always credit Heart Smiles in some kind of way. Not even like me specifically, like Miss Joni, but just Heart Smiles in a sense. And that's just because they recognize the environment that we have. They recognize the support system that we have. They recognize the networking opportunities that we have, and just all those things that we have to help you reach your version of success. Well, my girl Soul got up there. Shout out to Soul. Soul talking about, like how she got started and, all that or whatever with her music and all that. And not once did she mention Heart Smiles, which is okay, yo. Which is absolutely okay. And why is it okay, y'all? Because I'm confident and secure in my role. I know what Heart Smiles did. I know the role that we played in the soul that y'all can see now in the studio on stage performing versus the soul that we met, 2 summers ago at Eagle Park. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when it comes to stuff like that, like, yo, you got to be okay with your name not ever being mentioned, with your name not ever being said or anything, because you know and you understand the role that you play and just being comfortable in that. And yo, if that thing would have went in reverse, if Elder would have got up there and embarrassed us all, or if Tay Bands would have got up there cussing and being all unprofessional and all that, trust, I'd have been the first one on that stage apologizing to everybody. Yo, I'm so super sorry. I apologize, yo. Like, I know that this is a family friendly event. We did not mean any harm. Trust and believe we're going to do better. You're going to see better. I'd have been the first one up on there taking all the blame, yo. Straight like that. Like, yo, is that a Elder? Yes, yo. No validation needed, yo. Yeah, yo said who she with, yo. But yeah, well, like, yo, it's real, yo. Melody said it's like you already play your role and you don't need the validation. Yes, yo. And as y'all are moving into these leadership spaces, that's like the type of mindset that you got to live in, because now you as the leader, it's not about you, yo. It's about your team. It's not about you. It's about your team. Say that one more time. It's not about you. It's about your team. And if your team is failing, you're failing. You are only as good as the weakest person on your team, yo. Can't say I hate how people soak up negative things more than the positive ones. Listen, that's just how it be, yo. Like, and we already know. We already know. I'm gonna add 2 more to this list, and then we're gonna move on. We're gonna go with rewards, and this is kind of like recognizing achievements, but like anytime you can reward your team members, and it don't always have to be a monetary award. Like, it could be something that is personal or that speaks to that team member or your team specifically. Elder said, wow, that really has me thinking about this team meeting I had earlier at shop. I really felt like everyone was blaming. Yo, if everybody was in there blaming, it wasn't not one leader amongst the team, yo. that that's what it is, yo. Um, and my other one I'm gonna put on here, yo, is education. And that one kind of can marry skills, because when you're providing your team members with more education around whatever it is that they want to be educated about, like, it just boosts up that confidence. And when you have confident team members, you're going to have motivated team members. Yo said, no, but this is me. Let me stop playing all the time. Hey, yo, chill, yo. There was no I in team. Absolutely. Yo, listen, I love it. All right. So, major things that you got to do, yo. And let's just do my little triangle, because I like my triangle, yo. Major things that you have to do as the leader. You have to establish clear goals. If you have not established clear goals for your team, blame yourself for your team members being unmotivated. They have to have clear goals, y'all. And you have to make sure that people understand their role when it comes to their goals. If people don't understand what the goals are, yo, that's a fail situation right there. Finn said, I often focus on the negative more than the positive. How can I do better? That's a great question. Like, yo, when you are a leader, you got to learn how to see everything as an opportunity. So when negative things come up, right, instead of having like these real hard conversations or flying off the handle or just like putting people in a defensive mode, when those negative things happen, come from the perspective of those things being an opportunity. And when you are positioning those opportunities, look for ways that you can help other people grow. You can help them be accountable. You can help them reach whatever their personal or professional goals are and have conversations from that perspective. As a leader, you have to have complete control over your emotions. You just have to. So even if you like somebody really effed up, like bad, they effed up bad, you raging on the inside, you screaming, your body language can't say that. Your eye contact can't say that. The tone of your voice can't say that. Because you got to pull yourself back and you got to tell yourself, okay, I'm the leader. I got to be able to approach this to where as though I don't have that person putting up a defensive wall and that I'm actually able to get something productive out of this conversation. So you can go and you can communicate and you can say in the most loveliest voice ever, like, yo, like, man, this thing really got me angry for real. But you know what? I appreciate the fact that you even showed up. You know what? This didn't go the way that we wanted it to go. Let's talk about how I can help you do better, or what support do you need from me so that way we don't find ourselves in this situation. And remember, we taking the blame. We leaders. I'm going to help clean this situation up, but let's talk about how we avoid this in the future. So definitely just changing the way you look at negative situations, seeing them more as an opportunity, and when you are approaching the people that it involves, approaching them in a way that doesn't put them on the defense. Once you put your team members on the defense, you done basically kind of lost the game because now they not even really worried about what really happened. They just worried about you not being right. You could be saying something as small as, yo, we need you to put your equipment and stuff on the right side of your desk instead of the left side because it's more traffic on the left side, so it gets knocked over. So we want you to put it on the right side. When you got a team member that's on the defensive, they ain't hear none of that. All they know is, I'm married to the left side. I need to make sure my stuff stay on the left side because my left eye kind of bad anyway. They're gonna be making up all these things just so they don't give you a win, just so they can be on the opposite side of you. And you don't want people like that live to be on the opposite side of you. Because once you got people like that, it is extremely hard to get them to cross the river because their whole focus now is just being opposite of you. Andre said you have to learn how not to wear your emotions on your sleeve in certain situations. Yeah, absolutely. Camp is a fixed mindset versus growth mindset thing too. Yeah, yes, definitely. Cam Gotti, 100%. Poet. Okay, so like when my little brother got my stylus stuck in my phone and then broke off the top. Yeah, for sure. Listen, it starts with that type of stuff because that's your little brother, and your little brother is looking up to you. So in a sense, you are the leader in that situation. And because his mind is so impressionable right now, he's going to be taking his cue from you as to how to handle situations when he's in that situation. And that's actually going to tie into the top of my triangle, which let me go ahead and do it since you done already basically said it, yo. Set a great example. If you are not setting the example for your team, hang it up. Hang it up, yo. If you are not setting a great example for your team, please hang it up. It's no faster way to unmotivate your team than to be sitting on the top of the mountain with your feet kicked up, basically pushing orders out all day long, telling them what to do, and you're not doing nothing. You're not doing anything. You haven't broke a sweat all day long because you ain't did nothing, but you hounding your people on what they need to be doing. Nah, bruh. You got to set an example for what hard work looks like, for what product, for what productivity looks like. Like, even if you aren't doing their exact job because they got a job to do and you got your job to do, you should be able to set that example for what you want to see. Don said, yes, when you make them defenses, it disengages them. Yeah, absolutely. Melody, yes, but why be stubborn instead of working together? Melody, because everybody don't have this leadership mindset. This stuff that we talking about, this conversation that we are having right now, I promise you, y'all, it's some people that's not even trying to hear nothing about this conversation, and they probably won't ever even be at a level to even participate in the conversation like this, because some people only want to worry about themselves. Some people only want to just get to the job, do what they got to do, leave and go home, and that's okay, because to a certain extent we need people like that as well. But at the end of the day, they can't be non-productive though. So, but yeah, yo, some people live just to be stubborn, yo, so they can be on the opposite side of you. And this goes back to what we talked about earlier, this middle one, which is rewarding achievements. So finding some type of meaningful way to show people that they are appreciated and to acknowledge their achievements. See, Maya says, stubborn is so hard to get past. I don't have help so many people because they wouldn't let that stubbornness go. Yeah, listen, that's how it be sometimes, y'all. That's exactly how it be sometimes. All right, let's um let's bang this out real quick. All right. Um, a few more things we can do. Keeping on this whole idea of we want to motivate, we want to inspire um, our team member. We want to be flexible. Don't be a black and white leader, y'all. Don't be a black and white leader. You got to live in the gray area. Now, granted, some things are going to be black or white, um, especially depending on like what the job is, what the role is. When it comes to like laws, gotta follow the law. Ain't no gray area with the law. It's either black or it's white. Ain't no. When it comes to like safety, ain't no gray area with safety. It's black and white. Like, no. So some things you absolutely have to be a stickler about, because you can't risk breaking the law and you can't risk putting jeopardizing people's safety. But for the most part, in a leadership role, you have ample opportunity to be flexible. And what that looks like you being able to make exceptions when it's warranted. Now, You don't got to get carried away with making exceptions. Everything is an exception, because if everything is an exception, then really it's no guideline for people to follow. But you don't want people to feel like they're boxed in so tight that like there's no room for anything else. So you want to be flexible in everything, from like your mindset to the way you communicate to things that might come up, especially when your team members are having like issues and stuff like that. um I know for us, especially like at Comcast, HR had that attendance thing on lock, y'all. Like basically the with the attendance situation, it was like you miss 3 days or more within a certain time frame, like yo, you could be gone. HR would look at me and be like, Joni, what you doing? Because I could literally have somebody with like 10 infractions. They was been supposed to be gone 8 times ago. But when I used to have my conversations with HR, I'm like, yo, if a single mother who's recently divorced can't find childcare for her toddler, I'm not about to penalize her for that. Yeah, I'll write it down and I'll make a note, but I'm not about to penalize her for that. Somebody is traveling on 83 and they get in a car crash or whatever, and you know, unfortunate circumstances, like I'm not about to hold that against them, even if they had some unexcused absences before. So I used to make a lot of exceptions like that. But that also helped me too, because when it came time to really put my foot down to like terminate somebody or to put somebody on like a final written warning or like something like that, I had all these examples of where I had given them leeway. So they couldn't be mad at me. They couldn't be mad at me and they couldn't say anything because they knew they were supposed to be gone 8 times ago. I gave you all this leeway for reasons that were acceptable. But like, yo, you're not going to be telling me that, oh, you was out partying last night, you ain't get home till 3, so now you couldn't make it in time for your shift that start at 7. No, that's unacceptable. You no, we ain't about to do none of that. So absolutely, being flexible. This one right here, y'all, I love this one so much because this one is that transparency. Being able to be honest with people about their performance, about where they are, and just painting a clear picture about what the situation is. Don't be one of those leaders that you're hiding behind they and them. You know how they say, "Oh well, the powers that be want us to do this," or they said that we got to do it this way, so now we got to. Don't be one of those leaders, y'all. If you are a part of the leadership team, then you are a part of that decision as well. So you got to own that. So you got to be transparent and let people know that, like, yo, this is what it is. Now, granted, if it's something that you don't agree with or it's something that truly did come from another source, then you can be transparent in that as well and let people know, like, look, y'all, I don't necessarily agree with this. If I had a say in it, I would have did it this way, but this is what was decided. This is the way we got to do it. Let's figure out how to get it done. Simple as that. Simple as that. Or if it was another entity, hey, these are our partners. We're working with them um, per our agreement or whatever. This is the route that we decided to go. This is what it is. And move on. You can't get stuck in people complaining and all that crap about, where a direction may have came from, who said what. No, be as transparent as you can, and make sure that you own it when it's appropriate. Yo, where did our time go, yo? Like, how are we here already, yo? Oh my god. Let me let me just do these real quick. All right. You want to have a fun space and you also want to show your human side. Yo, this is crazy, yo. We could be talking all night for real, yo. Like, dang. All right. But for these two really really quick, when you have a team, you want to make sure that you guys are working hard and y'all getting done what needs to be done, but that you are also having fun in the process. It's no faster way, yo, to deflate people's motivation and inspiration when you suck in all the fun out of everything. And also making sure that you are showing your human side. Like, none of us are robots. We need to let people know that we are real people, that we are approachable people, and that we are no different than them. Oh man, y'all. Yeah, yo. Like, this is crazy, yo. This is absolutely crazy. All right. Get that thing up here. Y'all, it's been real, yo. I know, yo, the time has dissolved fast, yo. But y'all know, we be here, same time, same place next Thursday, yo. Driving Thursday. And listen, y'all already know what I'm about to say, yo. Go be productive. I don't care that you been on success sessions all day long and then you got on Thriving Thursday and you've been on here, yo. I don't even care. Long as it's daylight outside, work on your goals. That's Miss Carmen. What's up, Miss Carmen? Yo, we miss you this year, yo. Where you at? We miss you, Miss Carmen. Yo, big love for Miss Carmen. But yo, go be productive. Go work on your goals. Go work on your version of success, yo. It's gonna be so many things trying to compete for your attention. Like, yo, this is where you say, no, I'm about to buckle down and work on these goals and take small steps, yo. Don't worry about how much money you ain't got. Don't worry about resources you ain't got. Start where you are with what you have, yo. And if you ain't got no goals, yo, that's a way bigger problem. Don't hit me up, yo, if you ain't got no goals. You can connect with any of the OG heartbeats, yo, and they will help you with your goals. But you definitely need your goals. Finn said, when you waiting for something, time go by slow, but when time go fast, fast. Right, yo? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. But all right, y'all. That's it for me, yo. This was crazy. I know, yo, it's crazy we don't have adult mentors. And you know what? Real quick, and I'm gonna let y'all. We are the only youth work site that's structured the way that we are, yo. And that's intentional. And it's not that we don't love our adult mentors. We absolutely love our adult mentors. And if they would have gave us Miss Carmen, y'all already know Miss Carmen would have been right up in there with us. But I think they were short on adult mentors this year anyway. So it worked out, for us. But we are the only site that's set up like that where our mentors are actually youth. So, like, yeah, that's what we doing. Hey, Mayo, you keep showing up like this, and next year you might be. Listen, we met Dawn to Dawn last year just like this. Exactly what you're doing right now is exactly what Dawn to Dawn was doing last year. Showing up to youth works and then coming in the evening, showing up to everything that we had going on. Locked in heavy. And I'm like, who is this Donovan? Who is this Dawn? But Dawn kept popping up. And now Donovan is one of the strongest leaders that we have. Like, straight up. But all right, y'all. I'm out of here. Go be productive. I see y'all.